Forced to flee Somalia, rebuilding communities in the US, inside America's largest Somali neighborhood. Plus, healthy developments, the medical community's attention to Somali health. Then,
you can smell that aroma on that rice. It's phenomenal.
Some spicy success with a flavor and fusion of East African cuisine. We're covering Africa abroad this week on Inside Africa. Hello and welcome to Inside Africa. I'm Aisha Sasay. This week we're going beyond the continent's borders to explore the African diaspora. In Somalia, it's a well-known script. An ongoing civil war has caused instability throughout the country and displaced countless people. Now, tens of thousands of these refugees live in the US state of Minnesota. We went into the local East African neighborhood and found how Somalis are adjusting in their new home. Somali Voices.
kulanti wacan oo wanaagsan dhammaan dadweynahana dhegeysanaya meel kastoo aad joogtaan kuna soo dhawaada barnaamijkeena isku xirka
Stories of American Lives. KFAI's Somali Community Link is a radio show where Minnesota's Somali community can discuss what it means to be Somali in America.
ama dadka waaweyn ha noqdo ama xataa dhalinyarada laftigoodu
24-year-old Zuhur Ahmed has hosted this weekly program for nearly 3 years. She wanted to give voice to the struggles and triumphs of Somalis in the neighborhood rather than focus on the ongoing violence back home in Somalia.
We have our own struggles, our own issues, our own awareness, our own good things that are happening for us. And that's really important for the community to know about.
Ahmed says she's inspired by the strength of fellow immigrants and she can't help but be active in the community.
I view myself as American, but then I never forget that I'm Somali. And I want to make sure that I, live my dream as an American, live the American dream, get to the best high place I can be, but then also give back to the community.
Many other Somalis are trying to get by in Minneapolis and along the way reinvest in their communities. At least 30,000 Somalis live in Minnesota. That's more than any other American state. Refugees first came here for the state's strong social services, educational opportunities, and availability of jobs for unskilled workers. As more Somalis arrived, the number of civic groups grew, and there were more Somali social workers and interpreters like Hassan Diri. When he first arrived here, Diri wanted to help others assimilate. So he got a job with the local Office of Multicultural Services to assist other immigrants with government services.
They come here confused, not knowing how to navigate the system. They have a lot of problems when they come. We help them, we show them how easy it is, and they know that we're here to help, so they live with smiles on their faces, which makes us happy.
Office manager Gillian Kyle says the staff finds much fulfillment helping others.
They were hired because of their immigrant or refugee experience and or their commitment to their communities, how involved they were with their communities, and that's very typical of all of our immigrant communities, but especially in the Somali community. People really want to help each other, they want to help their community, and they want to prosper.
Many Somali immigrants are prospering thanks to their own businesses. And the African Development Center plays a big role in business development, providing loans and advice.
Running a small business is hard as is, whether you are from here or you're not from here. But if you couple that with the disadvantage of not knowing the systems and the intricacies of the financial world, how all things operate in the United States, then you really are at a big disadvantage. And so this center was envisioned to help African immigrants navigate through those treacherous roads of setting up businesses and making sure that they stand a chance to succeed.
Like businesses, families can also struggle adjusting to the new culture. Children and parents can sometimes be at odds with each other over generational and cultural gaps. Abia Ali runs a recreational program that counsels young Somali women on culture and health education. The idea came out of her own experience. She first settled in Canada and struggled without a strong support system and home.
I end up as a homeless, being in a shelter, like from shelter, then I go to college. I mean, some of my friends used to say, where do you last night slept? I said, I was in a shelter. Here is the kitchen. So by understanding of how difficult I've been through, I don't want any young girls to go through of that.
So she's made it her mission to tell her story to others, as she did on Zuhur Ahmed's radio show.
Then I have to end up in a shelter.
The neat and unique thing about it is the community here has a voice, and they know that. So they really try to use that voice collectively to get down to their issues.
Many Somalis in Minnesota also spoke of eventually returning to Somalia to help rebuild their communities there. When we return, the unique challenges that come with introducing Somali immigrants to American healthcare.